Hey there. Today we're going to do a really quick but super important privacy tune-up for your Android phone. In just the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the essential settings that put you back in the driver's seat when it comes to your data. So let's kick things off with a pretty big question.
It's a fair question, right? Sometimes digging into privacy settings can feel like you're trying to solve a puzzle in the dark. But I promise you, by the end of this, you'll have a super clear, easy path to locking down your device. We're going to make this simple, fast, and believe me, very effective.
Okay, first things first. You gotta realize that real privacy starts with strong security. Think of your phone like your house. Before you worry about who might be listening inside, you absolutely have to lock the front door.
These 4 steps right here, this is your security foundation. They all work together. Updating Android patches up any security holes. A strong screen lock, that's your most basic line of defense. Find My Device is literally your lifeline if your phone gets lost or stolen because it lets you wipe it clean from anywhere. And Google Play Protect? It's like a 24/7 security guard, always scanning your apps to make sure nothing shady is going on.
Just a quick heads up here. Depending on if you have a Samsung, a Pixel, or some other brand, the exact names of these menus might be a little bit different. Don't sweat it. Just look for whatever sounds closest. The goal is exactly the same no matter what it's called.
All right, the front door is locked. Now let's take a look at what's happening inside the house. This part is all about you taking back control over what your apps are allowed to see and do once you've installed them.
And for this job, your single most powerful tool is the Permission Manager. Seriously, this is your command center. From here, you are the boss. You get to decide which apps get access to your camera, your location, your microphone, you name it.
Now listen, this right here is one of the biggest changes you can make. So many apps will ask for permission to allow all the time. That means they can track you even when you're not using them. What you want, pretty much always, is allow only while using the app. Just making this one switch is a game changer for reducing your digital footprint.
So what I want you to do is open up your Permission Manager and take a hard look at these key categories. For every single app that has access, just ask yourself a simple question. Does this game really need access to my contacts and microphone to work? If the answer is no, you know what to do. Deny that permission.
Okay, so we've secured the device, and we've reined in the apps. The front door is locked, and we've set some house rules. Now it's time to talk about the data that's constantly being sent off to Google's servers. Let's get in there and tell Google exactly what it can and can't keep about you.
And believe me, that is not an exaggeration. By default, your Google account is basically set up to be a detailed diary of your entire digital life. What you search for, where you go, the videos you watch. But the great news is you can shut it all down.
So Google's data collection really comes down to these 3 big buckets. You've got web and app activity, which saves your searches. There's location history, which tracks where you go. And of course, YouTube history to recommend videos. And yeah, some of this can be useful, but you have the power to just pause each one of them. Or even better, set them to automatically delete themselves every 3 months.
So where are these magic buttons hidden? Just follow this path, head into your settings, find Google, tap Manage your Google account, and then go to Data and Privacy. Think of this screen as your data mission control. And while you're in there, you're going to want to find the ad settings. Turning off ad personalization tells Google to stop building that super detailed profile of you for advertisers. And for a totally clean slate, go ahead and tap Delete Advertising ID. Poof! It's like hitting the reset button on your entire ad profile.
All right, we are almost there. This last part is like the final polish. Just a few more quick, easy tweaks that have a really big impact on your overall privacy.
Let's just run through this checklist lightning round style. In Chrome, make sure safe browsing is on. It protects you from sketchy websites. In the Play Store, turn off app personalization. For nearby share, set yourself to hidden. Turn your hotspot off when you're not using it. And finally, turn off usage and diagnostics so your phone stops sending data back to Google. Done.
Look, setting all this up once is fantastic, but the real key to staying private in the long run is just a little bit of maintenance. So let's create a super simple habit that'll take you, less than 2 minutes a month.
Here it is, your 2-minute checkup. Once a month, just do these 3 things. 1. Take a quick peek at your privacy dashboard. Did any app use your camera when it shouldn't have? 2. Just double-check that your Google settings are still turned off. And 3. If you haven't used an app in a while, just uninstall it. That's it. It's that simple to stay secure.
And that is it. Seriously. By following these steps, you have just made a massive improvement to your personal privacy and security.
You've gone from whatever the default settings were to a device that is set up exactly the way you want it. You are officially back in control.
So I'll leave you with this. You've just locked down your phone. So pick it up right now, head over to your permission manager, and I want you to ask yourself, which app's permissions are you going to check first?